Is XRP going to create a boom in 2022? It might be, as many people think, because of its performance till now. But there is an interesting twist in the story here. Because the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, who is really renowned for offering financial advice, has a very different opinion. He has made several comments regarding the economy of the modern world, and we all know how accurate he has been at times. He made a variety of cautious statements regarding the state of the American economy. If you do not know about his book, I want to ask you, what world do you live in? See, Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter co-authored the book Rich Dad Poor Dad back in 1997. Many of you might not have been born at that time. And that book has been a bestseller for more than 6 years in the New York Times, with over 32 million copies sold worldwide in more than 51 languages. That is really crazy. This is something you must put in your reading list because this is something you must not miss. But coming back to the topic, that what is the opinion Mr. Kiyosaki and why it can have an impact on the market? See, according to his tweets, a wild coyote moment and the most enormous bubble explosion are on the horizon. He further suggests to grab as much gold, silver, and Bitcoin as you can. The $10 trillion in false money spending is ending, and the baby boomers' retirements will happen very soon. According to him, the return of the time should make you wealthy and wise, but not greedy. He emphasized the failure of weak firms and greedy investors furthermore. Kiyosaki has frequently cautioned against catastrophic crashes and said a significant stock market meltdown might occur in October. He also issued a warning about the outcome, saying that the current period in world history is a huge bubble. He predicted the end of the great American US dollar a few weeks ago and suggested that investors must boost their holdings of gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. He stressed how the globe was in danger as a result of the growing US national debt. Additionally, the government would seize all cryptocurrencies in the same month. An imminent US economic recession is being predicted by an increasing number of analysts and forecasters. According to Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, this week there is a greater chance that the Federal Reserve will bring about a recession in the United States. A recession is not a soft landing, according to former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, but it is the most likely outcome for the U.S. economy. Even Jack Dorsey, the current CEO of Block Corporation and a former CEO of Twitter, predicted that there would soon be hyperinflation in the United States. One of Mexico's wealthiest billionaires, Ricardo Salinas Pliego, has issued a grave warning about extreme currency inflation. Even he had also recommended buying Bitcoin. Their goals are in line with those of Ripple, who also claims that FinCEN may save money and make other operational improvements by using Ripple's OLD, which expands as an on-demand liquidity service, and that any improvements made will be reinvested back into the business to make it even better. Ripple already has a number of ODL routes in countries like Australia, Mexico, Japan, the Philippines, and Europe. Mexico's ODL service is provided by the regional cryptocurrency exchange Bitso. ODL is currently accessible in 22 destination markets, according to data that Ripple recently disclosed. According to Ripple, the blockchain has dramatically increased the demand for its goods and services in Europe. Soon, over 60% of European financial institutions plan to use blockchain to process payments. A recent analysis by Ripple found that while the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States is now engaged in high-profile lawsuit against the Ripple network, investors and regulators are seeking various outcomes that kept Ripple in the news for an appropriate amount of time. Ripple has a market cap of over $19.49 billion and has steadily held at that level since the middle of last year. As the court proceeds toward concluding the litigation, with both sides expected to agree on the summary decision, investors are now calculating how high XRP may go amid a legal settlement. It was valued roughly 41 cents at the time this video was being produced. If those who are watching it decide to buy, there are some signs that it could get close to the $1.20 mark. But if Ripple resolves its conflict by the end of the year, there might be a rush towards $1.80 as well. FX Open's Zakharova reminded us that there is still work to be done. A settlement would be the simplest way to put an end to the case, but it seems that only William Hinman's spirit and his 2018 address can make that happen. John Deaton, a lawyer for XRP investors, says it's doubtful that the court will take up the matter. This development might make a settlement between Ripple and the SRC more likely given a recent ruling by Judge Sarah Netburn. XRP will reportedly be the subject of a thorough Howey examination by the SEC. In this case, the SEC versus Ripple litigation could result in a victory for all parties, including XRP holders. The time for summary judgment in the SEC versus Ripple case has finally come. Both sides will meet this week to attempt to come to a schedule arrangement. Ripple pushed for the initial paperwork to be submitted by mid-May in a recent SEC filing, but the agency made it clear that it needs more time. Initial briefs can probably be expected in early June, and Deaton addressed what to expect and potential results while reminding his Twitter followers that both sides could succeed. Even if Ripple still lost the XRP lawsuit technically and legally to the SEC, Ripple would still need to agree to a huge number of undeniable facts. Additional information can bar a jury from hearing the case. According to John Deaton, if the parties are unable to reach an agreement, the jury decides the points. If the parties to a lawsuit involving an auto accident cannot agree on the color of the traffic light, for example, the jury will decide. However, a jury is not required to deliberate on that fact if all parties agree that the light was red. Thus, Ripple and the SEC could agree on all relevant information. The law and those facts serve as the foundation for the judge's decision in such a case. Deaton gave a fictitious example in which the SEC and Ripple concurred that in February 2013, Ripple sold a 1 billion XRP to investor B for $25 million, valued at 5 cents per XRP. Jay Torres could come to the conclusion that investor B invested $25 million into a common firm on that day in 2013, considering Howey factors. If the aforementioned factual scenario was accepted, earlier all parties, including XRP holders, might succeed in having the judge find that specific offering of XRP as an investment contract with Ripple. The judge should decide that XRP sales on secondary marketplaces are not connected to Ripple and are not securities, giving Ripple the victory. According to a recent prediction by John Deaton, a settlement between the SEC and Ripple is becoming less likely to take place. The XRP lawsuit's resolution in August represents the best-case scenario. Though not all jury cases are made equal, there is one in which the plaintiff certainly fears the SEC. He advocated for a win-win situation, the court heard, and noted that the SEC and Ripple cannot overlook the fact that it is inevitable that Ripple would triumph in the end, as expected by the XRP troops. We all know what's going to happen when that happens. The coin will shoot through the roof, and investors will be having their day. And that will be a moment any new buyer will be unable to Ripple at the prices at which it is offered today. And this is the amazing scenario of Ripple that it is carrying. In my opinion, make your due considerations before buying the Ripple, because this might be the last time you see Ripple at this position. So, that's all from my side for today. Please like the video and do subscribe for more awesome content. Signing off for now. Peace.